The Cromford Canal, a heritage canoe trail through a pretty forest. I've come northwest to Matlock for a brief trip with my husband Tim and some close friends, Iwana and Albert. We were determined to do this trip because I'd seen a post from the Visit Peak District website about a private trip with an instructor and saw it as a good opportunity to gain new skills.
Yeah, just hide in the bushes for me out of the way. That's it. You go right into the bush.
It's okay.
It's going to come along.
The water was still and shimmered in the grey cloud. There was only us and one canal boat on the water, which was a pleasant surprise. With views over the limestone White Peak hills and the rain holding off, it was serene.
Be careful, this brand's got thorns on it.
Oh, you were?
You want me to pull you sideways that way?
Nah, it's alright, I got it.
You might have it there.
I got it.
The vegetation in the channel and on the bank side is an important habitat for nesting wildlife. Particular care should be taken from the beginning of March to the end of the nesting season, which is usually late August.
Yeah.
Well, I've run on to jump out of the boat pretty quick.
Sorry.
You're right.
Only a short section of the Cromford Canal still holds enough water to be able to paddle it. Past the Lea Wood pump house is too shallow, leaving the canal unnavigable even for unpowered craft like canoes. The bridge was the only one on this stretch of water. On the return trip, paddlers sometimes stand up in their canoes and use their paddle to touch the top. On the right-hand side, there is an enormous dinosaur, the Stegosaurus. You can jump out here and go and find it, touch it to make a wish.
The whole orange thing in the water. Oh my god, I can't keep up with this.
You're so demanding, Albert.
Yeah, she's throwing like a water in it and making it do
Albert, wait. Very gentle.
It's worth downloading the Cromford Canal canoeing policy, which can be found on the Derbyshire government website.
I think when he wants to help, it's too late.
I know. And I don't know what to do. Did you touch it, Mama? Yeah. What was it made out of? It was good, there was a bunch of moss on the back.
I think it's good. Don't lean over too much. In the boat, in the boat, in the boat. That's the one.
Alright. Ready?
That's right, you go for it, I'm out the way. There we go.
Claire.
We did this trail in the afternoon as we couldn't book on in the morning. It's important to note that if you want to paddle this canal, you need to book in advance with Derbyshire Council, and they only allow a small number of permits per day. This trail looked impressive because it was through an intriguing woodland, and we know that the Peak District is famous for pretty views.
Definitely.
I know what I need to do. It's just doing it,
Our paddling coach Chris was great, and it was this trip that I learned how to do the J-stroke, as well as paddling on one side at the stern.
Just short little trips down the back. Just keep practicing, it's alright.
The canal is a site of special scientific interest for its entire length.
We get a wet bum.
Yeah, I sat in one of those.
But did it have a backtrack?
The Cromford Canal was last used as a working waterway in 1944.
Yeah. There shouldn't be any weight on you. You should all your weight on the belt, obviously. It's one of those things, because it dips you, you need dips, it gets your back straight, so your back and such. But you do find you have to change position all the time.
We arrived at the cafe, which is the portage point. There is no signage for the portage, but you can get out and either have a drink or continue your paddle for around 100 metres to the Lea Wood pump house. The high peak Junction buildings were built in 1826 and 1830, making them the second oldest railway workshops in the world.
If you're feeling flexible enough, you can paddle on your knees and bend down in your canoe. Then you'll be able to fit under the swing bridge for those of you who may not wish to portage.
She touched the bridge. Okay to pull up next to them, Pat? We're going to hold on to them, yeah?
Can I get up and take my jacket off? It's really, really hot.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you need to, yeah. I was close, Albert.
You're about to fall in just then, I saved your life.
If I fell, I would just stand up.
Yeah, you'll also be very wet.
You'll probably pull your mum in as well as you go. You won't be able to lift it.
We arrived back at the finish point of our trip and spotted the ice cream van, which we couldn't resist.
Right, I tell you what, we'll get Tim out first if that's okay. Maybe we just after the sludge a little bit.
Oh,
That's
I felt so good after this paddle, re-energised and full of life. Next time, I'd like to bend down and go under the bridge to the Lea Wood pump house.
always the hardest bit getting out.
I might just try this.
Yeah,
Sorry, is it okay if I put
Yeah.